Hi. Hola.
Hi, hier ist Mr. Döse.
This is Michael Bradley.
Hey, I'm Memphis.
Hey.
Hola. Hello.
I'm here with soccer.com.
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 And I'm talking with my friends soccer.com.
See you soon.
Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Adidas A17 Plus Purecontrol in the new Turbocharge pack colorway. Now, as you guys can see, these are really bright, featuring two shades of green, black and metallic copper as an accent. And the end result is something very bright, but a shoe that I think overall looks pretty cool. It's an interesting colorway to say the least. So we'll go over the details of the colorway in today's video. We'll talk a little bit about tech specs and performance, and we'll also take a look at how these things fit and feel on feet. So if you're interested in learning more about this particular colorway of the Purecontrol, stick around, watch the entire video. If you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen, or you can click the first link down below in the description. That'll take you to the review page on my website, where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $300 retail price. Now, being that this is a top-end model, and more specifically being that this is a laceless Purecontrol, it comes with a couple of extras. The first thing being a string bag with the Ace and Adidas branding. You also get an extra set of regular foam insoles to go along with the Boost foam ones already inside of the shoes, and they also include a shoe horn that you can use. You don't necessarily have to. I'm going to show you how to put them on without the shoe horn in today's video, but you do get those three things included in the box along with the shoes themselves. So the colorway itself, this is part of the Turbocharge pack, which features, like I said, two shades of green, which pass as solar green and core green, although I would say that there are three shades of green on this particular shoe. Nonetheless, the two shades of green, or the three shades of green that you get, no, there are four shades of green on this shoe, now that I'm, I guess, giving it a closer inspection, but you have two main shades on the upper, and then another accent color, and then the heel, as you can see, is another kind of darker, almost forest green color. But the upper itself, with the exposed prime knit that you have here in the toe box, you have a lighter green and a darker green, which actually looks really good. And then as you move into the control skin area of the shoe, it's exposed for the front half of it, so the very middle of the shoe, where it's that lighter green. Then you have almost like a turquoise teal color in stripes running through the actual control skin itself. You can see it at the top here where it is completely exposed. And then eventually, you can see it really clearly on this side. You have this kind of digital camo, almost graphic, where it eventually fades into being solid turquoise covering, where it's basically just a polyurethane layer over top that's solid in color, kind of cutting off the actual control skin underneath in terms of how much you can actually see of it. So kind of three main shades of green on this particular shoe, but the end result is something pretty cool. You get that same kind of turquoise color in the actual pull tab here on the back. Pull tab on the front is that kind of lighter green. You're also going to find that the plastic piece on the side here for structure, where the Adidas stripes are, is a translucent green plastic, which is a pretty cool little extra detail. Then you have black for the stripes, and then the outline is metallic copper, which is basically like a bronze copper color, which you would think is kind of an unusual accent with bright green, but it actually looks pretty cool if I'm completely honest. You have another copper logo right there on the front in the form of the Adidas branding, more Adidas and Purecontrol branding in copper on the back. And then you can see the Ace logo and control skin is black in color on the medial side of the shoe. The sole plate, which does have the wearable finish, so the part where you see the exposed window with the Boost foam, that stays the same obviously, but the outside rim, that is a wearable finish, so keep in mind that that will wear off over time. At the front, it's kind of like an anodized light green, almost yellowish color, and then at the back, it's kind of like a forest green color, which I would say is my only gripe with this colorway, in that this shade of green just seems too dark for the other shades on the rest of the shoe. It almost doesn't go well, but it still looks pretty good, and it's not something that I would say is particularly noticeable, especially once you start running around. And then the stud tips, they're kind of a really light green in the forefoot, and then kind of like a translucent black at the heel. Nonetheless, really cool looking colorway, probably one of the brighter colorways of the 17 Plus Purecontrol thus far. Let me know what you guys think of these though down below in the comment section. Now, in regards to performance, there's a pop-up on screen that'll take you to my playtest video of the A17 Plus Purecontrol. You get to see the shoes in action, and I really share my 100% unbiased opinion and really just a true breakdown of what it's like to wear the A17 Plus Purecontrol. So if you want to learn more about the experience of this shoe, I strongly recommend checking out that playtest video if you haven't seen it already. I'll say this though for this video. I think the Purecontrol is a good shoe. It's a capable top-end model, but being that it is $300 at that top-end price point, which buys you any top-end shoe out there right now, I think it is a little bit overrated. Do I think this is as good as other $300 shoes out there or other top-end models out there? Personally, no, I don't. I think that if you buy a $300 Pure Chaos from Adidas, or if you compare this to a Magista Obra 2, this is not as good as those two shoes that I just mentioned, and not as good as a lot of other top-end shoes, mainly due to the laceless system. I know that's the main reason why a lot of people want to buy something like this, but for me, the laceless system is the main flaw. And if you really want this type of a shoe in a platform that works much better, offers much better lockdown, much better responsiveness, much better security on your foot, I would recommend going for the Ace 17.1 Prime Knit, which is essentially the same base to the upper, but with a lacing system that essentially cuts out all the problems that you'll have with the 17 Plus Purecontrol. And that's not to say that this is a bad shoe. People have them, people absolutely love these. But again, from an objective performance standpoint, especially in regards to lockdown under more intense movements, the laceless system isn't as good as the same shoe with laces, which is available in the form of the Ace 17.1 Prime Knit. So please keep that in mind if you were interested in picking these up for yourself. With that being said though, let's take a look at how these things fit and feel on feet. So in regards to getting them on, because it is a laceless system, you basically have to use these two tabs to make the opening as big as possible, because it's not going to get all that big even once you stretch it out, as you can see. So what I like to do is basically get my foot halfway in, so right at this point, and you want to avoid stepping on this back part because there is some structured area here. You grab the two pull tabs with both hands. I like to use both of my index finger, kind of use my thumb as a little bit of a shoehorn to help my heel in, and then just pull my foot in. It's really that simple. From there, you're going to adjust the sides because they will almost certainly kind of curl in on you. And really the only adjustment you can do from here is pulling on this little tab right here, the bottom piece, which is attached to the internal tech fit system that is acting as your security inside of the boot in place of a pair of laces. So I'll just throw the left shoe on as well really quickly so you can see what both of them look like on feet. Again, not really difficult to take on and to put on and take off. But again, once they're on, that's the way that they fit. And that's kind of the main issue with this laceless system, is that they'll fit some people really, really well, but they'll fit other people not so great. And sizing obviously is going to play a huge role here. If you buy your shoes intentionally too big, this laceless system is going to be very sloppy on your foot. And even if it does fit you quite well, again, there are still issues with the laceless system in that it is elasticated internally. So upon more harsh movements, it stretches and basically you lose all lockdown temporarily during that particular movement, which I'm personally just not a big fan of. And again, I talk about this in my playtest video, so be sure to check that out. So in regards to fit out of the box, they are fairly comfortable. You will find that because of the laceless system, there's a lot of padding in the heel, which has this more pressurized feel than you might expect. You never really feel like your heel is truly locked in. It's not necessarily sliding, but it wants to move really, really badly. So there's more pressure that I would say is kind of uncomfortable in the heel area, and that's not necessarily something that will go away. It really depends on how they fit you specifically though. This is one of those shoes that you really have to try on, and then at that point in time, kind of decide whether or not you like how they feel. It's not going to adjust, it's not going to change shape, you can't make them tighter, you can't make them looser. It's just something that fits the way that it fits, and you either have to live or not live with it. So it's really up to you upon trying them on for the first time to decide whether or not they're the right shoe. And I know we're in an age that a lot of people order shoes online. So if you order these online and they come in and they just don't feel right, return them, exchange them. Trust me, it's not necessarily going to get better. It's just because of the laceless system. It fits the way that it fits. So that's something that I really, really want to stress in this particular video. In regards to the overall comfort out of the box though, given that they fit you properly, it's okay. Again, you get that pressure in the heel. I still don't think the lockdown is the greatest, but the shoe definitely doesn't feel uncomfortable on feet. In regards to width, it's difficult to say that these are really wide or really narrow. Again, it's really based on not just the width of your foot, but the specific shape of your foot, whether or not you have a low or high arch, the volume of your foot, the volume in the heel, the volume in the toes. All of that is going to impact how well these shoes fit or how badly these shoes fit you. So again, it's one of those things that you really, really have to try on. Are they great if you have really wide feet? No. Are they great if you have really narrow feet? Probably not either. Again, you kind of have to convince yourself that this is what you really want, and then from there, see if they fit you the way they're supposed to. As far as sizing is concerned though, they do run true to size. I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size, and I would also strongly recommend not buying these intentionally too big, because if they are too big, again, that internal tech fit system is not going to hold your foot in place properly, and you're going to have a very, very sloppy fit. So this is not a pair of shoes that you want to buy with a lot of extra growing room. So that's it, guys, for my review of the Turbocharge Pack A17 Plus Purecontrol. Again, if you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, I'll leave a little, there'll be an eye in the corner of the screen, or you can click the first link down below in the description. That'll take you to the review page on my website where you'll find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $300 retail price. If you have any questions regarding these shoes, leave them down below in the comment section and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information linked down below in the description as well. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.